Hey everybody, John Skiba here from the Arizona Consumer Law Group. I'm also founder of the Consumer Warrior Project. And on today's video, I wanted to talk about legal coaching and what it is and why it's something that if you're dealing with debt problems or if you need to file for bankruptcy, if you're dealing with a debt collection lawsuit or creditors just harassing you, why legal coaching might be a good option for you as far as trying to solve this particular debt problem. Now, in order to understand legal coaching, or sometimes it's called limited scope services, you need to really understand kind of what the traditional route is for hiring an attorney. A lot of people haven't hired an attorney, and that's usually a good thing, because usually when you're dealing with an attorney, one, it's expensive, and two, it means often there's a problem that you're trying to get through. But the traditional way of hiring an attorney, at least in years gone by, was that you went to the attorney, you paid a retainer of sorts. This was generally several $1,000s, anywhere from a couple $1,000s up to $10,000. And then the attorney billed their time that they were working on your case against that retainer. And the attorney had an hourly rate. Most attorneys here in Arizona bill anywhere from $200 an hour up to $400 an hour, depending on the experience and the expertise of that particular attorney. So you can see that this can get expensive really quickly. You know, I've done a lot of litigation in my career, and I know what it's like, of sending out those invoices each month where every month it's thousands of dollars that people are paying to have the attorney represent them, particularly in a litigation type case where there's a lawsuit going on. Well, with limited scope services or legal coaching, this gives a lot of the control back to you and allows you to do some of the legwork, actually most of the legwork in your case, to help you to reduce and control costs associated with legal representation. So, for instance, in my law practice, we deal with a lot of representation of people who have been sued by debt collectors. So if you're representing yourself in court and you hired my office to do some legal coaching, what we would do is we would provide you with information and coaching sessions to teach you how to represent yourself more effectively in court, how to put forth the right defenses, objections, documents, basically to make sure you're following all of the steps and the procedures that are necessary in a court-type setting to give yourself the best opportunity to win your case. Now, as you can see, this is quite a bit different than what most attorney-client relationships are as far as the way that it's handled. Typically, like with my office, you can sign up for an hour or 2 hours of legal coaching time. We'll review documents. We have meetings in my office to discuss exactly what it is that's needed in your case and help you to develop a strategy. I also will go over things as simple as how to present your case in court, which side of the courtroom you sit on when you go into it, the way to address the judge, should you stand when you talk to the judge. Those types of things we really go into a lot of depth on so that you feel comfortable when you go into the courtroom. This can save you a considerable amount of money just because you're in control of it. You can purchase as many or as little hours as you want and get as much or as little help as you want, and then you're putting in the time to go to the court hearings, to reach out to opposing counsel, but you're doing it with the assistance of an attorney, myself, in helping you to make sure that you follow through and follow all the procedures correctly. Now, the reason why we offer this is because I know that this is, particularly in the area where I work, where we're dealing with debt-related problems, most people either can't afford an attorney, or two, it just doesn't make sense to spend a bunch of money on an attorney because the amount that they're trying to collect on is relatively minimal. So what we have found, based upon some studies that have been done, in debt collection cases, typically 90% plus are not represented by an attorney. And this is a big disadvantage. If you go into the court's docket here in Arizona and you look at all the people who are representing themselves in debt collection cases, the amount of those people that win their cases or even settle their cases is very, very small. Most of them end up with a judgment against them, which means that that's going to lead to wage garnishment, it's to lead to bank levy, and a lot of whole other problems. So that's why we do the legal coaching, the limited scope services. We even draft documents. In Arizona, we're allowed to ghostwrite documents where I draft the document, but it's you who's signing off on it and submitting it to the court. So this is just something that can help you out if you are running into those issues, if you're in a situation where you either can't afford a lawyer or it just doesn't make sense because the amount that's in dispute is relatively small. You can sign up for legal coaching. You can get a little bit of help, learn some of the procedures, learn some of the different approaches and strategies as far as how to deal with these cases, and give yourself the best opportunity to win your case. So if you want to learn more about the legal coaching and the limited scope services that we offer, head on over to www.legal.coach. That's the actual website, is legal.coach, and you can see the different services that we offer there for legal coaching. I appreciate you watching today.